product is obtained. Product is obtained by multiplying. When you multiply two numbers, we say that you have a product. So when you multiply two numbers, for example, 6 times 7 give us a product of 42. So when you add two numbers, sum is obtained by adding two numbers. When you add two numbers, you get a sum. And when you subtract two numbers, you get a difference. So difference is obtained by subtracting two numbers. So when you subtract two numbers, you get the difference, and those are very important terms. Now let's look at another important term as far as natural numbers are concerned. Another very important term as far as natural numbers are concerned is the factor of a number. The factor of a number. Let's look at factors of numbers. So when we talk of factors of a number, factors of a number are those numbers. Factors of a number are those numbers that can divide a number completely. That can divide the number completely without any remainder. So for example, if we take 6, 6 you can get it by 3 times 2. So if you divide 6 by 3, you get 2. If you divide 6 by 2, you get 3. So 3 and 2 are factors. 6 is also equals to 6 times 1. So 6 is also a factor of itself, because if you divide 6 by 6, you get 1. And if you divide 6 by 1, you get 6. And so we can say that 6 has got how many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 has got 4 factors, which can divide it completely. So factors can divide completely. Now let's look at multiples of a number. Multiples of a number. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's go. Let's look at the multiples of a number. I'm sorry. Multiples of a number. Now, multiples of a number are the number. Multiples of a number are that number. That particular number multiplied with other numbers. Multiplied with other numbers. Other numbers, maybe including 1, starting from 1. You can even start from 1. So from 1. So for example, if we say multiples of 3, for example, multiples of 3 multiples of 3 are 3 times 1. It's a multiple of 3. 3 times 2. Blah 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 blah. 3 times 6. So this is 3. This is 6. This is 6. This is 18, and so on. So all these are multiples of 3. 3 multiplied with another number. 3 multiplied with another number will give you a multiple of 3. Now, let's look at something called, we have seen what is a factor, we have seen what is a multiple. Let's look at prime factors or prime numbers. Let's look at prime numbers, sorry. Let's look at prime numbers. Now, a prime number has only 2 factors. So a prime number has only 2 factors. A prime number has only 2 factors. Has only 2 factors. 1 and itself. 1 and itself. So let's take examples. For example, 1. 1 can be equal to 1 times 1. So we cannot get 1 in any other way. Therefore, 1 not prime. It's not prime. Because you can only have one factor. You can only multiply 1 times 1. Let's take 2. 2 can be 2 times 1 only. So it has only 2 factors. So 2 is prime number. Let's take 3. 3 is also 3 times 1. Therefore it is prime. Let's take 4. 4 is, how is 4 going to be prime? 4 can be 4 times 1 is equals to, you can also get 4 as 2 times 2. So 4 has got 3 factors, 2, 1 and 4 itself. So 4 is not prime. Not prime. Now let's go to a very important mathematical idea, which is a very important mathematical idea which we have here is that because 2 is the only even prime number, because 2 is the only even prime number, it is possible to express all other numbers, all other numbers in terms of their prime factors. In terms of their prime factors. This is a very important mathematical idea. You can be able to express all other numbers in terms of their prime factors. You can be able to express all the other numbers in terms of their prime factors. If you do that, let's take an example of that. Let's take an example of that, how you can factorize a number, and that is another very important concept, because if you can factorize a number, then you can be able to find the square root of the number and other mathematical properties of numbers like square roots using factors. So let's see, for example, factorize, you can be told factorize. factorize a number like 24. Factorize a number like 24. So the way to go about it is to draw a table like something with your 24 there. Draw a table like format. It's form of a table. And you start by dividing with 2. If you divide 24 by 2, you get 12. If you divide again by 2, the lowest prime factor. The lowest prime factor always start when factorizing with the lowest prime factor. So in this particular case, we want to start with 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. Then 12 divided by 2 is 6. And as we continue, 6 divided by 2 again is going to give us 3. And finally, we cannot divide anymore by 2, so we jump into 3, and we get that we have finished factorizing when we are left with only 1. Therefore, we can say, therefore, 24